Division-leading Rangers came to Oak Town to start the biggest series of the year. New Texas ace Cliff Lee dominated the A's with 1 run allowed in 8 innings as the Rangers took Game 1. Yesterday, the pesky green and gold showed the Rangers that they are not going away. Behind Gio Gonzalez's 7 shutout innings, the A's won 6-2. Today, the A's will send new Rangers killer Trevor Cahill to the mound. The 2010 All-Star has a 5.01 record with a 1.83 ERA and 7 career starts versus Texas. Rubber game of the series coming up next. Sunday afternoon baseball from the Coliseum. A gorgeous Sunday, and this is a big game, folks. It's the rubber game of the series. Nelson Cruz, he'll be in the cleanup spot today for the Texas Rangers, and the A's hottest pitcher, the All-Star Trevor Cahill, will try to win the series for the Athletics. Third and final game of the series and final game of the homestand. It's the Rangers and the Athletics coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. The Rangers lead over the A's 8.5 in the AL West. So a big game today, and why not send your hottest pitcher to the mound, Trevor Cahill?
Well, he's already faced him 3 times this year. He's been outstanding, 2-0, 5-1 career against the Rangers. Nobody better to start against the Texas Ball Club. He beat them in Texas 2 starts ago, was outstanding. And when you beat a club like the Rangers in their home park, you're doing a great job. And he was outstanding with all of his pitches working, and even better in his next start when he went the distance against the Kansas City Royals this past Monday here. The two-seamer working inside, of course, the curveball, the sinker, the changeup. I mean, this kid is throwing all of his pitches, and as he told us, how much better he is with his sinker because of the curveball and changeup. 18 consecutive scoreless innings coming into the game for Trevor Cahill. He will be opposed by Rangers right-hander Colby Lewis. Lewis will be looking for his 10th win of the year. So good pitching matchup, couple of good right-handers, Cahill and Lewis. We'll line up some first pitch from the Coliseum in just a moment.
possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
Well, just a couple of moments ago, Cliff Pennington made some young fans happy with an autograph. And now the A's have taken the field, so we're just about set to get this baseball game underway. Game time weather for today. It's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open daily. Very nice day. 69 degrees. Just a few clouds in the sky, but plenty of sunshine for the rubber game of the series. Here's the Rangers lineup for this afternoon. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. Michael Young at third. Josh Hamilton will DH today. Nelson Cruz is in right field and hitting in that cleanup spot. Then it's Murphy, Molina, Moreland, Guzman, and Bourbon. So Vladimir Guerrero getting the afternoon off. Defensively for the A's, Davis, Crisp, and Carson in the outfield. Kuzmanoff, Pennington, Ellis Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki is the catcher, and Trevor Cahill. What a role he is on, and he will look for win number 12.
What song are they playing?
White Rabbit.
Enough said. The numbers for Trevor Cahill, his song hit the Coliseum. He has been outstanding, and no reason for him not to continue with the pitches that he has and the fact that he is using all of his pitches. He's had a lot of success against the Rangers. Fourth time they will have seen him this year. And, of course, the A's a couple of more series against the Rangers before the end of this campaign. 18 innings of scoreless pitching for Trevor Cahill, and try to start it again today. A couple of very good defensive plays yesterday for Gio Gonzalez that helped him get off to a good start. Elvis Andrus could not handle Coco Crisp ball in the bottom of the first. That opened up a 2-run inning for the Athletics. Defense very, very special.
First pitch strike from Cahill to Elvis Andrus. So we are underway from the Coliseum. Rangers won on Friday night 5-1. The A's won yesterday 6-2. A win today, and the A's would win the series and move to 7.5 back in the AL West.
His fastball at 93 miles per hour. Of course, the movement that Trevor has on his fastball, the two-seamer.
Grounded to Pennington, the shortstop, and that is out number 1.
Check out our keys to the game brought to you by Toyota. A's series win, they gain ground. That's always important. A 2-game swing when you're playing the team that you're chasing. Cahill bigger than Texas. 5-1 lifetime. And no Teagarden in the lineup. When would we ever think about saying that? But Babe Ruth, Taylor Teagarden. He has been outstanding against the A's. He's probably disappointed the Rangers are leaving town.
Wow.
Won't see the A's for, what, 6 weeks? Something like that, 4 to 6 weeks. Or the end of the month, actually, the next road trip after this trip that they're going on. Forgot about the Cleveland, Texas, New York trip.
Outside to Michael Young.
Geography, that doesn't quite work that way. Isn't kind of going east and back?
Yeah, we're going to Texas on our way between Cleveland and New York. Ask Director of Team Travel Mickey Morabito about that one.
Or just ask him about even next year's schedule already. It's not even completely done, but it's always problems with it. We're on the West Coast, and every trip is a long one.
Well, and I think next year the AL West plays the NL East, which means you're going to have an extra East Coast trip. Whether you like it or not. 1-2 to Michael Young, hitting .293. Young hitless in this series. He's 0 for 8.
You don't say that very often.
No.
Because he is a very good hitter, as his numbers have proven throughout his career.
Two and two now to Young. 0 for 4 Friday night, 0 for 4 yesterday. And he is scuffling right now. Just 4 hits in his last 34 at-bats. Another thing you don't say very often. close pitch, but a full count with Josh Hamilton in the on-deck circle.
Backup breaking ball. The curve is supposed to be outside, but it stayed inside. It didn't really break, and it had to be high because there's no way it was inside.
Toward right field, Carson going back toward the corner. He's got it. 2-away here in the first. And that'll bring up Hamilton, who is the designated hitter today.
Number 32, Josh Hamilton.
So we would call that a half a day off.
Well, Ron Washington trying to do his best to keep him in the lineup every day, one way or the other. When you have an aggressive player, you know those guys who will run into walls, do a lot of different things, and no regard for the body.
Shallow left field, and it's going to drop in front of Rajay Davis. So Hamilton on the first pitch drops one into left field. And I'm sure the Texas Rangers will say to Josh Hamilton, listen, don't run into the wall unless you absolutely have to.
Exactly. Two-simmer off the end of the bat, and Rajay Davis respecting the power even in the opposite field, and very smartly did not try to make a spectacular play, although it did check up and had Hamilton, who has a great ultra-mo shot right off the end of the bat, and that's why it gets the spin that it does. And Hamilton, bothered by the sore knee, but Washington has told him, unless you really feel that you need to bust it, just take it easy, save some of it, save some of the legs. And we've seen that with some just routine ground balls that he's hit in this series.
2-0 to Nelson Cruz. Cruz 318, 15 homers, 60 RBIs. With Guerrero sitting today, Cruz moves up into that cleanup spot. 0 for 6 with a couple of walks in the series for Nelson Cruz.
In Arlington, we saw a few of the hitters swing 3-0. See if Cruz gets the green light here.
Takes a strike. It looked like he was ready to swing at it. That would be one to swing at.
Well, that's the 2-2 pitch to Michael Young, the height as far as what Trevor Cahill. 3-0, it's called a strike.
High pop-up. Barton is going to just run out of gas as he made a long run. He reached out right at the last minute.
Made a great play yesterday afternoon in a similar area, but that was in the first inning. A very good play. It's tough when you're running full speed and you just hope you put the glove out and somehow the ball finds your glove. Play behind Josh Hamilton, so he'll get a little bigger lead and jump off first on the 3-2.
Hamilton goes, and the pitch is popped up. Right side, Ellis shading his eyes with the glove. He's got it. Side retired. A hit and a runner left for the Rangers. So we head to the bottom of the first. No score. Coliseum. Let's take a look at the Rangers, or let's take a look at the Athletics lineup. Crisp, Barton, Suzuki, Hust, Kuzminoff, Ellis, Davis, Carson, and Pennington. Rangers defensively, Murphy, Bourbon, and Cruz, left, center, and right. Young, Andrus, Guzman, Moreland, third and first. Benjamin Molina behind the plate, and Colby Lewis on the mound.
First year with the Texas Rangers, Colby Lewis, 9-game winner. 134 strikeouts, 4-pitch pitcher, not really overpowering with a fastball. 22nd start. This will be his 4th against the A's, which he played for in 2007 for a brief amount of time. But now with the Rangers, and the A's seeing him for the 4th time, like the Rangers are seeing Trevor Cahill today.
Has not beat the A's in the first 3 starts, but has pitched decent baseball in all 3 starts. 0-2 with a no decision.
Yesterday, the A's were very patient in the first inning against Rich Harden. With the A's on the 3rd of May, but 41 pitches in the first inning yesterday for Rich Harden.
There's a line shot by Coco Crisp, and he leads off the A's half of the first inning with a base hit.
On base 5 times yesterday, so give him 6 in a row starting with the game yesterday. He was 0 for 4 on Friday against Cliff Lee. But got a 2-0 fastball, 88 miles per hour, and very controlled swing. Thought his comment after hitting the home run yesterday, he said, well, I was going for a triple, but I'll take the extra bag.
Just got over. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And almost robbed the range of a home run. That guy called Teagarden.
First pitch to Barton is low.
The Rangers have Teagarden on the bench to pitch it.
That's right. Who cares about Guerrero? It's not the guy we're worried about. Babe Teagarden.
Bad Vlad. Worry about him more than anybody. He is always lurking.
Coco Crisp, threat to go at first base. He's 14 for 16 this year in steal attempts. He's got a very good lead.
Benjamin Molina, a very quick release. See where he goes.
Throw to second base is not in time. Good throw, but Chris just beat it.
Well, we have talked about it before, but guess where Elvis Andrus took the throw? I'm Benjamin Molina. I'm saying to my shortstop, get on the bag, because the throw beats Coco Crisp. But Elvis Andrus catching the ball in front of the bag instead of straddling the bag and applying the tag. And the hand, what a great ultra-mo shot here. The left hand, and there's your difference. Taking it and having to bring it about 3 feet from catching it and making the swipe tag. Coco going to the outside of the bag. And great play, great slide. And you know Ron Washington will see the replay and the video of that one, trying to get his shortstop on the bag. But see if he straddles the bag. See where he's positioned the left foot? If he's straddling the bag, then he can just apply the tag. But by catching it the way he does, he has to take it from the set position and then move it back to the bag. And that's just enough for a hand to get in safely. Great shot, camera work, especially with the ultra mode.
Well, that was probably the best example of the point that you've made many times of where it was the difference between safe and out. No question about it.
And it's simply taking the ball in your glove and dropping it straight down versus out in front and having to go back.
So 2 on and nobody out for Suzuki. And I think too, Ray, if you're the guy who's sliding,
look where he's going.
You can see where the guy is and slide away from it.
That's exactly what he did. Perfect example of what you're talking about. You can see Coco just start veering towards the outside instead of going straight into the bag.
Because once that infielder sets up in front, that's it. He's not going anywhere. No. He's going to stay right there in front.
And you're right. The runner can see that positioning by the infield.
Strike to Suzuki, and it's 0-2. So you add all that up, and it's a split second, but that's the difference.
Hell yeah. And with the head first slide, the hand sliding across or along the dirt, you don't have the feet going in and the possible pop-up slide where the foot comes up over the bag.
0-2 to Suzuki with Cust in the on-deck circle. Pitch drops low. The A's come in with a 55-54 record. They're 33-24 at home, and they are 5-6 against the Texas Rangers this year. 17-16 against the AL West. So do you got a theory on the day game record that is starting to become a pretty good talking point? The A's are 26-11 in day games.
How could you not want to play in weather like this?
I know.
I mean, this is spectacular.
A lot of times those day, night, I don't know. They don't. There's really not an explanation for it, but when it gets to the point where the record is really off the charts, and it is for the Athletics, 26-11.
Got getting so bad that a caller called in, Chris Townsend, on the A's post game on radio, said, "You know, get me into the park and I'll make those lights go out forever." He said, "I'll just unplug them." You know. So I think people are trying to find a way to get in here and make sure the lights don't work, so they have to play all day games.
Suzuki hits one high down the left field line. It's foul, and it is just into the seats.
Speaking of long flies, how about on July the 28th in Arlington? Kurt Suzuki, a hanging slider, and number 12 home run for Suzuki is 12 right now, so that helped the A's win the game 3-1 as a solo home run. Of course, Trevor Cahill pitched the game and won.
Swing and a miss on that curveball. We've seen Lewis with that curve, and it's a pretty good one, and he gets Suzuki swinging.
Well, I saw the hanger that he threw him in Texas. This was not a hanger.
Maybe more of a slider almost, huh?
Yeah, it kind of went down, almost like Michael Wirtz slider, but acting like a splitter. But the thing that Lewis is not doing consistently, and that is looking back at Coco Crisp. And I guess from a base runner standpoint, if you could guess or kind of get off and you see him not look back, you can get a pretty good jump and steal third. Now Andrus is going to shadow him with Jack Custa.
First pitch to Cust is popped up. Shallow left. Murphy coming in. Andrus going out. It's going to be the shortstop who ends up diving and making the catch. He had to run a long way. Remember, a little bit of a shift on with Cust batting, so Andrus, well, he had to cover a lot of ground. I don't know if Murphy was going to get it.
No, he was not. And he was playing deep because Jack has very good opposite field power. It's going to go back as it did and taking him to the ground, but made a very nice catch. Actually, like Murphy was there, but when Andrus kept calling, it's kind of tough to call him off at that point. But you're right, Murphy playing very deep with the left-handed hitting Cust. McCoos swing at the first pitch.
I guess if you're a position player and you call it, you better catch it.
That's right.
Because everybody else is getting out of the way.
Yeah.
196 opponent's batting average with men on base. Jacoby Lewis. That tells you he's been able to get out of jams when he needs to. Very good ERA, 3.45.
Fastball in, miss, went to the slider away for a swing and miss.
Kuzminoff, 267 with 10 homers and 55 runs batted in.
Now, does he do it again? Same sequence. He goes to the slider again after the fastball missed inside. They try to back it up with another fastball.
Runners dancing around both runners, Barton and Crisp. And usually you'll see a pitcher at that point step off, and Lewis did not. And now it's 3-1 to Kuzminoff.
And if he sits slider now, after back-to-back fastballs inside, he sits slider, they sit in the hole to right field. Because they figure they're not going to give in to it.
Guzman playing way over near second base.
Watch Molina. If he takes a left foot and moves in, it's a fastball. Otherwise, it's going to be something away from him.
Breaking ball and high strike call by Rob Drake, the home plate umpire.
It was a slider. He had to shake to it, but a hanging slider, and I bet Kuz wishes he had that one again.
That's Rob Drake, the home plate umpire. Little pop-up. Mitch Moreland racing over, and he cannot quite get it as he goes into a slide right in front of his own dugout. So Kuzminov just barely stays alive.
A long run because he was not holding the runners first and second, so he was off the bag and ball slicing away from him towards the dugout.
It's a big fella.
That's why nobody wanted to try to help him.
Mitch Moreland. Three-two, 2 outs, so Crisp and Barton will take off on the pitch. And Kuzminov swings at a pitch in the dirt, and that will do it. So the A's get a hit and a walk. They strand 2, no score after 1. Baseball clubs, there's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. David Murphy to lead it off, second inning. Trevor Cahill gave up a Josh Hamilton base hit in the first and nothing else. Murphy, Molina, and Moreland here in the second inning. Murphy 3 for 8 in this series. Murphy and Bourbon have not a platoon because they both bat left-handed, but they've kind of split time as third outfielder for the Rangers. Of course, Hamilton and Cruz out there every day. Today, Murphy and Bourbon both playing because Hamilton is the DH. So you play the hot hand.
This gives Vladimir Guerrero a day off. And managers will look at an off day, the schedule, which is tomorrow for the Rangers, and an off day, a day off the day before to give them 2 full.
Three-two pitch is hit hard, but right at Mark Ellis. And that is out number 1.
But Trevor needs to settle down and get away from the 3-2 count. 3 of the first 5 batters have had the 3-2 count. Of course, a complete game at his last start. 109 pitches, so he's 113 prior start against the Rangers and then against the Royals. How about that guy? Gio Gonzalez, his 10th win yesterday. 7 innings of shutout baseball, 113 pitches, and got run support early. The A's scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And Rich Harden struggled.
5 walks by Harden yesterday. Benji Molina to first. Barton handles a hop that was headed up around his chest, but he hung in there.
Well, Gio yesterday, of course, getting the 2 runs after a very good defensive first inning by his team, and Big Vlad with a hard curveball, another curveball to the back foot. He was very good once he got ahead. And how about some double plays? Bennington Ellis to Barton. He was good. Wait around now to pitch against the Twins. He gets the extra day as Thursday is off. And he's still so young. The whole staff is still very young.
Mitch Moreland, the hitter. Moreland, saw him in Texas a couple weeks ago. The Rangers had just called him up. In fact, he made his major league debut against the Athletics. 7 for 21 with an RBI for Moreland so far.
Well, if you could finish with the 3.33 in your career, 3.33, that's pretty good season.
He'd be all right.
Pretty good career.
Barton again handles it.
250.
Trevor Cahill, a 3-up, 3-down inning with 3 ground ball outs.
Special Pink A's tote bags going to 10,000 fans at that afternoon's game. Special thanks to Ross Dress for Less and Xfinity for supporting this state, benefiting breast cancer research and education. For tickets and the information, go to OaklandAthletics.com.
Bottom of the second inning, no score. It'll be Ellis, Davis, and Carson. A's got the first 2 runners out in the first inning. Crisp with a single, Barton with a walk. Kobe Lewis retired Suzuki, Custon, Kuzminov with a couple of strikeouts. It's a base hit to left field, maybe more. Murphy cannot cut it off, and it goes to the wall. So Ellis with a leadoff double. Murphy was playing toward left center field. And that, coupled with the fact that he should have cut it off but didn't, gives a double to Mark Ellis.
About a hard hit ball hit Mark Ellis with a top spin. As Murphy went after it, he said, oh, no chance. And if he dives, leaves his feet, maybe it's a triple for Ellie. But this ball was absolutely blistered. And Clay Wood's great grass. Just think what's going to happen in football. That would scoot by him in a heartbeat.
That baby would have shot past him.
Oh, this field looks great, doesn't it? Looks so great now. And just need to capture the moment, because it will change.
Yeah, soon.
Sorry, Clay, didn't mean to bring it up. Take a look at it. Rajay, the ball bounced straight up and got him in the right side of the face, the chin. Unfortunately, he was still in the batter's box.
Just a little bit low. 1-1 the count to Davis, 281.
Ultra mode, Rajay would get to see hit in ultra mode. That's why Rajay always wears his helmet during batting practice. It's not going to help with something like that. But he wears his helmet just in case the ball comes off of the
not a bad
batting
idea.
cage. But he is the only one of the A's, and it's very rare to see any hitter do that.
Davis trying to get Ellis to third. And now 3-1.
Normally you pitch a hitter inside, try to get him to pull the ball to the left side, and that would keep the runner at second. But Kobe Lewis going to the outside part of the plate. 3, though, have missed after the bunt attempt.
Foul back, so now full count. Elvis Andrus, the shortstop, playing very close to Ellis. Lifted toward right field. Cruz coming in, and he makes the catch. He's got a very good arm, so Mark Ellis will not challenge that. So Rajay Davis trying to hit the ball to the right side. He does, but it's in the air, and Ellis cannot move up.
In the 8th position, right fielder, number 25.
I like the bunt attempt, but once he fouled it, and then it kind of took away that opportunity.
So Matt Carson will hit. First pitch is a strike. All right, today Matt Watson arrived at the ballpark. He had some pain in his side, wasn't quite sure what it was. As we were told, he went to the hospital. So if we hear anything, we'll let you know. We hope Matt is okay.
The right-handed Lewis, he would have been in the lineup as he was yesterday.
That's all I heard about it. So 0-2 to Matt Carson. Carson is yet to walk. 38 at bats. Lena blocks it. The Angels lost their game earlier today, 9-4 to the Detroit Tigers. So the Tigers salvaged the final game of that series. So the Angels fall back a game under the 500 mark. Strike 3 call, the fastball in the inside corner. out number 2.
Well, slider away, and then a sinky fastball inside. Couldn't pull the trigger and had the corner.
Number 2.
Almost. He's trying to foul the ball to stay alive, but a good pitch by Lewis. He was able to spot his fastball very effectively.
So Pennington will try to get the job done with a 2-out hit. Swings and misses. Ray in the early going. A's are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They won the game yesterday 6-2. Played small ball, 3 sacrifice flies. They scored 6 runs, even though they went 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. But sacrifice fly is not considered a hit, but certainly is a run producing out, which is just as good.
B.I.'s back, and he's got some bad news. Welcome back, B.I., but get some better news than that.
B.I. tells us that the Athletics are 1 for 18 with runners in scoring position in this series. But you get good pitching and you play good defense, you'll stay in the game.
Just pitchers don't like to hit
No, exactly.
You're putting the pressure on me to pitch a shutout, which pitchers, the A's pitchers have been good, but would like some run support like Gio got yesterday.
This inning, Ellis with the leadoff double, and then Davis the fly ball out, and Carson the strikeout. Pop-up foul.
Oh, the leadoff double, and of course people sometimes will say, why would you want to bunt and take away the possibility of a base hit to drive in a run? Sometimes it's a little more difficult to pull a ball to advance a runner if you're a left-handed hitter. That's why the bunt is better, and that's why Rajay tried it as the second hitter behind Ellis double, and just didn't work out.
Pennington swings at a ball in the dirt. Side retired, so Colby Lewis again works his way out of a jam.
Hitting off the top of the third inning for Texas, and batting in the 8th position, second baseman, number 12, Christian Guzman.
Top of the third, no score. Beautiful afternoon in Oakland. Final game of the homestand. The A's will head out. 3 in Seattle, a day off Thursday. 3 in Minnesota. Twins won today, and the White Sox lost. Minnesota beat Cleveland 5-4. Chicago lost in Baltimore 4-3. So the White Sox lead over the Twins in the AL Central is a half a game. Barton, nice pick, backhand. Cahill beats Guzman to the bag, 1 out.
Well, that's a spectacular defense we talked about at the beginning of the game. Derek Barton ranging to his right, taking a difficult hop backhand, and look at the quick feed to his pitcher. And then it was a foot race, and that's not a good one because Guzman can run, but Trevor Cahill reacted immediately to cover first base. Nice feed by Derek Barton, and the step on the bag, avoid a collision, and first out. And if he's in good enough shape, that sprint to first base won't affect him.
Nah, not at all. First pitch to Julio Bourbon is a strike. The A's finishing up the homestand. The Rangers are finishing up a long road trip. They are 4-4 on this 9-game trip. So they are ready to head home, I'm sure. The Rangers 28-25 on the road this year. They will head home, have an off day tomorrow, and then play the Yankees Tuesday and Wednesday. Another off day Thursday, and then the Red Sox over the weekend. So 2 off days this week for Texas, but after that Thursday off day, they will play 20 consecutive games. So it always evens out.
Oh yeah.
But it is strange to see a Monday off day followed by a Thursday off day. That's what they'll have, and they'll both be at home. Strike 3 call to Bourbon, inside corner. So that is out number 2. First strikeout for Cahill, and it's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Robert from Dublin asks, in Ultramo, is that dirt coming off the bat, or is it smoke? Or is it both? Check it out.
Well, let's see. Dirt.
There you go.
Especially off the end of the bat. Now, if you hit the sweet spot, you might be able to say it's smoking, but smoking hot. But not that one. That was definitely dirt. Good call, though. On, somebody impressed with our Ultramo.
Pennington, the throw is just offline. Andrus will have an infield hit. So that's the second hit off Cahill. Comes with 2 outs here in the third.
Now Cliff Pennington knows the speed of Andrus, so he cannot stop and use the strong arm, so he has to throw over the top. Derek Barton. It's a very good play by Barton coming off the bag. No chance to stretch, but Cliff Pennington with a slower runner. Could have possibly stopped and then aired it out, but not on that one. That was Michael Young let Andrus try to steal.
Andrus has 27 stolen bases this year. But he's been thrown out 12 times, so that's not a great percentage, but probably still learning how to become a good base stealer.
Ricky Henderson was here yesterday. Hopefully he didn't go over and help him.
No, although Ricky spent some time with Ron Washington.
Gary Pettis, another local young man who played well here in the Bay Area. Gary Pettis, the first base coach for Ron Washington. Checking out the release point by Trevor Cahill and his time to first base.
Michael Young hit a fly ball to right field in the first inning. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, 1-1. Mark Ellis has it, and he flips to first. Side retired, so 2-out hit by Andrus, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. Central tonight at 6 and 10:30. And it's over on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of baseball, lots of football, and Tiger Woods struggling big time. You want to see the Camp Sing in Santa Clara. Sounds like something rookies have to do in training.
Camp Sing, right?
Camp Sing.
That's legalized hazing, right?
I guess, yeah. Nothing like 300-pound men singing their college fight song. That would be pretty funny.
And if you don't like it, they'll fight you for it.
That's right. You don't want to carry a veteran's helmet? Oh, it becomes a big story.
Yes, it does.
Top of the order for the A's here in the third. Crisp, Barton, and Suzuki. Crisp single, stole the base, but was stranded at second in the first inning. Murphy in left, fighting the sun, and he makes the catch. Mariners and the Royals are scoreless in the top of the fourth inning. I'm guessing they're twins, and I think I'm right.
Pretty close to identical, too, right? You have their hair fixed the same. Sunglasses, dress.
Mom and Dad got their hands full there?
And waving. All identical.
Cute kids alert.
Mom, can we stop waving? That camera guy wants us to keep waving.
Nothing like twins, although we have triplets in the Kuiper family, if you can believe that. My nephew has triplets at the age of 3. We want to see a handful. 3 girls. We tease them all the time.
We were in St. Louis. Mark McGuire and his wife had just had triplets.
Wow. Three and 1 to Derek Barton. Barton walked in the first, trying to get on board here in the third. And he does. Another walk. So Derek Barton has now walked 68 times this year, and he's going to take over the lead in the American League. Teixeira, Batista both with 66. So another base runner for the Athletics. They've had plenty today, at least in the early going. They just have not been able to push a run across. Suzuki struck out in the first. Jason Vargas, the left-hander, is pitching today for the Mariners. So obviously the A's will not see Vargas. They will see Pfister, Hernandez, and French. Luke French, the left-hander.
Well, you figure that the A's were going to see the guy named Hernandez. He pitched against Texas and got beat. No run support. It was a 6-0 final. I think the Rangers defeated King Felix. Scoreless, I think, through 5 or 6, but Rangers did beat him.
The Mariners 41-70 on the season. That's second worst record in the American League.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
Hard to believe.
And they are struggling right now. They've lost 8 out of their last 10. takes off. Pitch is hit toward the shortstop, Andrus. They'll flip to second. He'll be called safe. Is Barton at second, but Suzuki thrown out at first.
Now Derek Barton off on the pitch, and what the hustle, the great hustle by Derek Barton with a feet first slide called safe immediately by the second base umpire. Got the foot in, and then almost did not allow the second baseman Guzman to make the throw to get Suzuki at first.
I think Guzman was surprised that Andrus flipped him the ball.
Good point. 6-4-3 is the play.
So 2 outs for Cust. Another opportunity to knock in a run for the A's. And there's a pitch just a bit inside. Colby Lewis thought it was a strike.
That's the surprise right there, because Guzman, with Barton sliding in and coming straight up, he could have taken him out. But Guzman kind of flipped the ball around Barton to make the play to first base.
Pick off. Barton's back. Cust with 29 RBIs on the year. And now it's 2-0. Again, Lewis thought it was a strike. That was about the same pitch as the first one to Cust. And Lewis didn't like that call, and he didn't like this pitch either. It's very close.
Yeah, trying to bring the two-seamer back, and it must be straightening out and not really coming back. But what if Jack actually looked down to see if he got a green light or not, or a take sign?
Now that one called the strike, and that was about the same as the two that were called the ball. 3-1 is the count.
Ball was just a little bit higher.
Swing and a miss. Took a little off, did Lewis.
Very good changeup. 3-1. Jack saw 4 fastballs and then finally got an off-speed pitch. Couldn't handle it.
Payoff pitch to Cust. Shallow center. Andrus is going out the shortstop, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. Side, retired. A strand runner. We have played 3 at the Coliseum. No score. Ace Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cash Creek's Cash Fortune with $500 in cash every hour from 2 o'clock till midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for details. No score, fourth inning. Trevor Cahill has allowed a couple of hits. No walks, a strikeout. Lots of ground ball outs, as always. Little squibber to third. Kuzminoff charges, flips it, and in time to get Hamilton.
Running a little bit better that time, Hamilton, as he initially smelled the hit. Very nice play by Kuz is off the end of the bat again. That was dirt coming off the end of the bat, not smoke. Nice play. Kuz has that flip underneath where he gets a lot on the throw and very accurate with the delivery.
Now the A's have made 66 errors this year. Fielding percentage wise, they're 6th in the American League. Of course, that doesn't take into account how many balls maybe your fielders get to that maybe fielders on other teams don't get to. Statistically, anyways, that's where they're at. Derek Barton.
Well, he's just banging himself up. All over the place is Derek Barton.
So 1-2 to Nelson Cruz. Way outside to even the count. Cruz popped out to Ellis to end the first inning. The Rangers defensively are 9th in the league in team fielding percentage. They have made 74 errors. So they've made 8 more errors than the Athletics. Coco Crisp goes back, and he's got it for out number 2. I think to know whether a team is good defensively, Ray, you have to see them every day. I mean, you and I could say, yes, the A's are a very good defensive team. But are the Rangers a good defensive team? I think so.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? You really just need to see your
numbers
individual
don't
players.
Always tell it, because I agree with you. The guys get to a ball and the official score says, well, he got to it. It's got to be an error. Didn't make the play. But don't penalize the guy because he has great range.
I mean, I think Derek Barton's a perfect example. He's got 10 errors, which is a high amount. But we have seen him enough this year to know that he is a very, very good first baseman. Whereas another team may come in and they may look at Barton's stats and say, wow, 10 errors, that's a lot. But he's, no question, a well above average first baseman.
Yeah, Derek Barton does not play conservatively at first base. He'll make plays that, especially with his throwing, his fielding, he'll go after balls. So, I mean, if he really wanted to play it safe, he'd probably have no errors.
Yeah.
Just go to the bag.
Well, how about Cliff Pennington?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now, you and I have seen him all year. Terrific at shortstop.
Absolutely.
But he's got 16 errors.
That's a position you're going to have some errors, but you could almost take all those away because of the spectacular plays he's made.
Exactly. So defense is a difficult part of the game to judge statistically.
Still, if you field and throw the 27th out of a perfect game, that's it.
That's true. Little flare to left, and Murphy's got a base hit. So hit number 3 for the Rangers, and that'll bring up Benji Molina.
Well, they worked the count and then went after maybe ball 4, but kind of served it over Pennington's head.
Molina grounded out to the first baseman in the second inning. Pops this one foul, so it's the first start for Molina in this series. Those are the numbers with the Rangers, 208.
How could Ron Washington keep Babe Ruth Teagard now the lineup? What he did against the A's in Texas, and then did it Friday night and yesterday afternoon.
It was the 1st of July when the Giants traded Molina to the Texas Rangers for Chris Ray, the right-handed reliever and a minor league pitcher. Benji, 7 years with the Angels, a year in Toronto, and 3+ years with the Giants. That one's hit to right, and it's hit well. Coco Crisp at the wall. He leaps, and he caught it. Speaking of defense, we just saw some more. Coco Crisp, a sensational catch.
He almost did it yesterday afternoon. This afternoon, though, he is successful. A tremendous play. Wow.
How about this play by Coco Crisp?
Well, look how quickly he gets back and gets to the wall and then jumps up. Yesterday, he reached over, got up very high with great concentration, and then straight up. He's got some jumping ability. I bet he could stuff. Look how high he goes. And that yesterday, his elbow kind of got caught over, but that's how high he jumped up. That's a tremendous play. There's your freeze frame right there.
Ron Washington came out and argued with Joe West. Not really argued, but not quite sure what the argument was, but could have been, did the ball glance against the wall?
Yeah, exactly.
If you spun Coco Crisp around, it would have been the Joe Rudy catch in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but Joe had his back to the infield, and he made his play.
This one's hit to center. That's hit well, but playable. Bourbon shades his eyes, and he's got it. Kuzmanov is 0 for 2.
Now batting, second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
And Trevor Cahill is a ground ball pitcher, but to have that kind of defensive play on a fly ball, you'll take it anytime.
First pitch strike to Mark Ellis. Oh, 2 to Ellis, who doubled in the second inning. Hits Mark Ellis, an 0-2 pitch, and Ellis is aboard.
Looked like Mark was able to get out of the way and maybe take a glancing blow. Ultramo hit the foot, hit the ground, and then push back down on the left side. See, an Ultramo, you can see exactly where the guy gets hit.
Big story in baseball today, Brandon Morrow. He had a no-hitter, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. And Evan Longoria hit a ground ball. Aaron Hill, the second baseman, went far to his right, out in short right field, dove for it, kicked off his glove, and of course was ruled a base hit, and that was it.
Well, see, it's not surprising. You saw that 17 strikeouts of 27 outs. His fielders fell asleep.
That's right.
Because they were just motionless.
It's his fault.
I mean, at least Dallas Braden had hit all of his guys.
Keeping him busy.
That's right, staying alert.
But he had 17 strikeouts, as Ray said, 2 walks. And it was just a 1-0 game. Longoria's hit. There's a runner on first when he got the hit. So it was first and third, 2 outs. So he's pitching for the ball game. Barbone coming in, and he will get there.
It was an infield hit for Longoria opposite field.
Yep.
Infield hit to the right side. And former A's first baseman Dan Johnson, who was called up after having a very good season in Durham. 28, 30 home runs, struck out to end the game.
The Rays avoided being no-hit again. Brandon Morrow, best pitching performance, obviously, of the day. So yesterday, the Blue Jays and the Rays play one of the wildest games of the year. Blue Jays winning 17-11 over the Rays by hitting 8 home runs. So the 2 teams come back today and play a 1-0 game. This is baseball, right? Curveball, swing and a miss. See where Garrett Anderson was designated for assignment this morning by the Dodgers. We saw Garrett Anderson for so many years, but he really was struggling with the Dodgers, hitting just 181, so he was let go.
One of his former teammates way back when with the Angels, Jim Edmonds, who they stayed out a year, came back. Now the Brewers want him to come back after
how about that?
An exceptional season for Milwaukee this year. So it does prove that you can stay away from the game for a year, decide to come back, and if you're talented enough, Jim Edmonds obviously had some left and showed it.
One and one to Matt Carson, who struck out looking in the second inning. Hit high and foul. Well, with the Rays losing that game, the 1-0 game, the Rays coming into today, game and a half behind the Yankees and leading the wild card. But their lead over the Red Sox in that wild card is just 4 games. So Boston just hanging around. Ball rolls away from Molina, and Ellis is going to go to second. So runner on second with 2 outs. Now the Yankees and the Red Sox will play tonight at Yankee Stadium, so that'll be the nationally televised game, and that'll be the rubber game of the series.
That's another shot. The crowd's got to be 50,000. Great game. I'm glad the A's are playing an afternoon game.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Flip to first, side retired. So the A's strand another runner. They've stranded 5 through the first 4 innings.
Hey fans, I'm sitting here with
Here's our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. What starting pitcher holds the Oakland record for longest scoreless innings streak? We bring that up because Trevor Cahill is working on one right now. 22 consecutive scoreless innings. Oral Hershiser, look out, because in your rearview mirror is Trevor Cahill. He's got like 40 to go, right? Something like that. Moreland, Guzman, and Bourbon. Moreland, Bourbon, left-handed hitters. Guzman, a switch hitter.
Thanks to Coco Crisp, great play last inning, the streak is alive.
Yep.
Because Murphy would have scored.
Moreland grounded out to Derek Barton to end the second inning. Of course, Justin Smoke, young player, was playing first base for the Rangers, was traded in the Cliff Lee deal. Chris Davis had a chance to play, but Davis again struggled. And Moreland, Jorge Cantu now playing first base for Texas. Kuzmanov makes the catch.
Well, let's see. Joe Rudy, 1972, Cincinnati Riverfront Stadium. Up against the wall, number 26 facing. How about that? Right against the wall. Joe Rudy, take a picture. He's got it. And a great shot. Great catch by Joe Rudy. And how about this one? Is it close? Just flip him around.
Flip him around.
Yeah. Two very good catches, and Coco would like to make that same catch in a World Series game. Joe did it in 72 and way to their first of 3 consecutive World Championships.
Mark Ellis charges. He gets the big hop. And that's out number 2.
Number 29.
1 strikeout. They got 8 ground ball outs so far.
Well, they take those ground ball outs and even fly ball outs. A few strikeouts to keep the pitch count down.
Bourbon bunts it. Cahill has it, and that'll do it. So a very nice 3-up, 3-down inning for Trevor Cahill. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Still no score.
Chevy Fiesta Day with the A's is Sunday, August 22nd, when the A's take and host the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch, 105, 10,000 fans will receive an Athletics Goes t-shirt brought to you by Chevy. More details and to order tickets, visit OaklandAthletics.com.
Pennington to lead it off. Overhand curve from Lewis in for a strike. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for Colby Lewis. He's allowed 2 hits. Behind the bag at first, Moreland has it, and Pennington is retired, 1 out.
Now batting.
So to the top of the order, Coco Crisp.
Number 4, Coco Crisp.
Coco a base hit and a fly ball to left field so far in the game. Three for 8 in the series. There's the big game yesterday. And that Tigers 9-4 win over the Angels. Rick Porcello defeated Trevor Bell. Porcello got his 5th win of the year. And the Angels playing without Torrey Hunter. Today was the 2nd game of his 4-game suspension. And the Angels will go home just like the Rangers. Angels will play the Royals and the Blue Jays in a week-long homestand. Angels home, Rangers home. The A's will hit the road. That's what's coming up this week in the AL West.
The Jays have finished in Anaheim. When the A's get back, they'll come up to Oakland in a 3-game series. And the next homestand will be against Toronto, the Jays, and Tampa Bay, the Rays.
3-1 pitch, a strike, 3-2.
You can look at the schedule all you want, but regardless, all the games are tough, regardless of who you're playing. Kinder's Barbecue, we haven't had a little bit of that for a while, have we? Matter of fact, it's been a long time since we had Kinder's Barbecue.
Way too long. Just missed outside. Lewis showing some frustration on the mound. It was a very close pitch.
Well, in this type of game, every pitch is critical, and he knows with Coco at first base, stole the base in the first inning.
Number 10.
Player in which he probably should have been out if Andrus had straddled the bag. I figure he's going to try to do it again.
A couple of walks for Derek Barton, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, as he hits here in the 5th. That Twins 5-4 win over the Indians. Jim Thome hit a home run. He's got 14 on the year, and it was career home run number 578 for Thome. And he did it in Cleveland, one of his old homes. Andrus, long ways to his right, cannot field it cleanly. Throws to first, not in time there. Everybody's safe. That's an error on Elvis Andrus.
Well, he was thinking about going to second to get Crisp, and even maybe thought about it after he bobbled the ball, and then realized he better hurry. And what a great play by Moreland at first base, because he came off and took a short hop. Otherwise, that ball rolls down towards the bullpen. Moreland, the left-handed fielder, coming way off the bag, so he's safe at first as Barton, but that ball hugged the ground, hit the tip of the webbing of Elvis Andrus, and very strong arm, but off line with the throw. So the A's again with the runner in scoring position.
They are 0 for 8 today with runners in scoring position. Suzuki waits long enough, steps out. a strike with a fastball to Suzuki. Curtis struck out and grounded out, 0 for 2. Hit hard, but foul, so Kurt's going to be in the hole 0-2.
Where's Kevin when you need him?
Yeah, Kevin's on bat duty today.
Yeah. I said, Kevin, you know, you handle the baseballs down behind home plate. I said, you can't dive back there. And he says, well, if there's a ball that gets by, and I know it's out of play, you may see me going against the back netting.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, there's Kevin.
Now, have we decided, is that a promotion or a demotion?
I think just replace him. You know, he's so good down in the bullpen area that it's probably.
It was time.
Yeah, but you know, he's still very good down there. So I think they'll have him back eventually because of the way he protects the guys. So this is, I don't know. I wouldn't say a demotion. Not even a promotion. I think it's just
lateral move.
Yeah, filling in, helping out a guy.
Bob Guerin's coming out. And Derek Barton, we've seen him a couple times today. And he was holding maybe his shoulder, his collarbone, and I think he's doing it again. I mean, something has not looked right with Barton for the last couple innings.
See the way his head tilted a little bit?
This was when he reached first. Now, we've seen him do that right there about 3 times in the last 2 or 3 innings. So he doesn't feel right.
This was after he went into second base, and I don't know if Guzman or something happened with a slide into second on the hit and run where he was Landon Powell getting ready.
And Derek's going to come out. But we have noticed him not being quite right. He had kind of an interesting play at second base. Don't know if this is where it started.
About jamming his left arm into the ground. You see where he hit down hard. If you play that back as he slides into second base, looked like he kind of jammed his arm, elbow maybe down into the ground. I don't know if that shot up into the shoulder area. It's hard to get him out of the lineup.
Yeah, he's played a lot of baseball this year, more than anybody else on the Athletics. Landon Powell is going to come in and do the running.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
So Powell is going to pinch run.
Powell.
Now the A's, remember we mentioned Matt Watson. Matt Watson not here. So the A's have 3 extra players: Gross, Powell, and Rosales. A cue shot towards second. Suzuki is retired. Runners move up second and third. So you got 3 extra players. Gross, obviously, just an outfielder. Rosales can play anywhere, and Powell is your backup catcher.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 32, Jack Cuss.
So Jack Cuss will hit.
Mike Maddox out to visit with Kobe Lewis, and Kevin Kuzman off the right hand of the on-deck circle with left-hander Jack Cust. We were talking down in Texas with Mike Maddox wearing the number 31, the number that Cliff Lee had been wearing throughout his career. And I asked Mike Maddox yesterday, I said, do you happen to be wearing number 31 because of your brother? And he said, yeah, kind of. And he explained that when Greg Maddox finished his career with the Dodgers, Jake Peavy was wearing number 31. He wouldn't give it up to the future Hall of Fame.
No,
So, you know, Greg being the nice guy that he is, he said, okay. So he called Mike and he said, Mike, what number are you wearing? He said, can you get 31? He said, I'll let you wear 31 for me since I can't wear it in Los Angeles. So I said to Mike, you have plans in about 4 years? He said, I've never been to the Hall of Fame, but I will be going in about 4 years when his brother Craig, who was inducted first ballot into Cooperstown. See if they pitch him carefully after the discussion, and maybe it was a matter of, do you want to pitch to him? You have first base open, right hand in the on-deck circle. And now the shift with second and third, not really the normal shift they put on with Jack. Andrus is more in his normal position at short.
On 1 to Cust, who has popped out twice to the shortstop. He's behind in the count 0-2. 84 pitches for Colby Lewis in the ball game. The clutch hit has eluded the A's so far in this game. Strike 3 call. Curveball on the inside corner, and that will do it for the A's. They strand 2 more. Headed to the 6th, no score. Trevor Cahill, Colby Lewis locked up in a good one. No score, and it is the 6th inning. Trevor Cahill will face the top of this Rangers order. Andrus, Young, and Hamilton. Andrus is 1 for 2. And a base hit in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st inning. He is 2 for 8 in the series. A couple of walks. So Landon Powell is now at first base. Martin's out of the game. There's Powell. .70 pitches for Trevor Cahill through the first 5 innings. Good take by Andrus on a changeup, 3-2. In the hole, Pennington cannot pick it up cleanly. Andrus is aboard.
At that time, he was going to plant with the left foot and try to use the strong arm to throw out the speedy one, but could not come up with a backhand as it came up very quickly. And Ultra Mo up on the heel of the glove. He closed it, but no ball was there.
They gave him an error?
But he said base hit.
He said base hit.
Are you kidding
They
me?
gave him an error?
Oh, my goodness.
I wrote down base hit.
I did too. Now that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. You know, if he catches a ball and tries to jump and throw like he did last time, it's a base hit and no problem.
Well, and on top of that, even if he fields that ball clean, I'm not sure he's going to throw out Andrus. As great as his arm is, it's going to be a close play.
Yeah, he had to go to his right, try to backhand it.
Andrus runs. Ball's hit to Ellis. So Michael Young is out, and he gets the runner over. Well, here's our AT&T Trivia answer. What starting pitcher holds the Oakland record for longest scoreless innings streak? Mike Torres. Remember him? Ray, you hit off Mike Torres a few times.
Yeah.
37 consecutive scoreless innings. That was in 1976.
So the Bucky did.
Mike Torres.
It's the second shot heard around the world. Bucky Dent off Mike Torres in Boston. The Yankees.
Well, if you ask those two teams, it was the only shot heard around the world. Sitting on 23 consecutive scoreless innings. Fred Anderson did it last year. Remember that run the late Corey Lido got on in 02? Boy. A little flare to left. That's going to get down for a hit. Here comes Andrus racing around third. Throw to the plate, way offline. Hamilton towards second, and he's going to make it. The ball into center field. Hamilton gets up, and he's going to go to third. So the baseball flying all over the diamond, and when it all comes to a stop, the Rangers lead 1-0, and Hamilton is at third.
Well, first of all, Rajay had no chance to throw out Elvis Andrus. He got a great read on the ball in front of him. Hit softly again by Hamilton. That's 3 that he's hit the left side, and not one has been hit hard. Ball checked up on Rajay. A high throw. Suzuki had to jump, then a short hop to second base. The ball going into center field. And he was able to get up with the backup, could not get it.
Infield in. So a couple of errors in the inning by the Athletics. Cruz is 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Hard sinker by Cahill. So Hamilton gets the RBI. That's his 77th of the year. Driven to left center. That's going to be deep enough as Coco Crisp gets under it. He's got it. Hamilton will tag up, so give Cruz credit. And an 0-2 pitch from a guy who's got a great sinker. He was able to get it airborne, plenty deep for the sacrifice fly.
Well, that second run unnecessary because you just have to slow the game down a little bit. This is a great play because he had just swung at a pitch down and in, swung through it. But contact, flat-footed, and knowing all he has to do is get the ball in the air in the outfield, and he's going to score Hamilton. But Hamilton still should have been at first base. If the A's had played the ball correctly. Hamilton gets the base hit. He was going to be there. The high throw to the plate, and all that developed after that allows the Rangers to score another run.
So David Murphy hits, 2 outs in the inning, but 2 runs in.
Consolation for Trevor, but they're unearned.
Yeah.
Still, they're 2 runs.
So that scoreless inning streak for Cahill stops at 23. And Now 3-1. Murphy a ground out and a single. Murphy's got another hit. So he's 2 for 3. Murphy 5 hits in the series.
Well, the two-seam fastball going away from him. Very good hitting by Murphy just to go with the ball to left field. Try to pull it. Round ball, but he just kind of waited. Bit of a late swing, but it worked perfectly.
Here's Molina. Molina was robbed of extra bases and an RBI. That one grounded in the hole. Pennington got a glove on it, knocks it down. So Molina's going to have a hit. I think that'll be a hit.
Yeah. Well, I think Cliff Pennington thinking if he comes up with the ball, still has a chance to throw out Molina first.
I don't think there's any doubt. He was a long ways out on the grass, but so 3 hits and also an error. So 4 base runners against Cahill here in the 6th inning. And now Mitch Moreland will hit. Moreland is grounded out and popped out. 0 for 2. Jorge Cantu has been at first base the first 2 games of this series. There's a strike. Inside corner, 1-1. Isn't that amazing? Pitch before that called a strike in the inside corner, and the hitter almost every single time when you throw it in the same spot, he's going to swing it.
Both of them should have been balls.
Happens all the time.
Should have been, you're right. 3-0.
You're right. I mean, I guess it shows you how in tune hitters are with what's going on in the strike zone. That one's driven. Crisp in center. He's going to make the catch, side retire. But a couple of runs for the Rangers. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Texas 2, the A's nothing.
Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Well, it's supposed to refresh you here.
That youngster's got it all figured out.
So does he.
What's that?
You sounded good reading the freeze cam. I'll trade you a freeze cam for
cinnamon roll.
I always tease my partner because he likes a cinnamon roll if it's a day game, but the cinnamon roll that he eats is the size of the catcher's glove that he used to use when he was a player. That's a cinnamon roll, folks.
You gotta have a snack.
Yes, exactly.
They has had to find a way to get a hit with the runner in scoring position. They've had the runners on base, but
we have another one. Murphy cuts this one off. Kuzmanov is going to try for two. The throw is offline, and Kuzmanov with a leadoff double.
Well, the way the ball checked up to Murphy, came back to him. I thought it's going to be a much closer play than what it was. Maybe he thought he had to hurry his throw. He had a lot more time. Kuz got the hanging breaking ball and hammered it to left field. Lupton had that same pitch in the first inning with a couple of runners on. Murphy bobbled it just a little bit as he made the 360 turn. And Kuz probably figured there, I got an easy double. It's going to be down in the corner, and whoops, I better hurry up. Fortunately, the throw offline. The A's need another hit. They've got just one hit with runners in scoring position the whole series. Only one.
Strike to Mark Ellis. Today, they are 0 for 10. And they're going to get 3 cracks at it here to get Kuzmanov home. Darren Oliver, the lefty, starts to throw. This will be pitch number 90 from Colby Lewis. Lewis ahead in the count, 0-2. Ellis a double in the second, then was hit by a pitch in the fourth. The double was a leadoff double. The A's could not get him home. Blocks it. Double for Kuzmanov, his 27th of the year. Just a bit inside, maybe a touch low.
He's got the good fastball inside, stays inside of the right-handers, then the slider away.
So 3-2 to Ellis. Rajai Davis in the on-deck circle. Ellis pops a foul back, lower level. A little over 18,000 in the ballpark this afternoon. 18,050 is your attendance. Jam shot, but it'll get the runner over. Guzman takes care of it. And Kuzmanov goes to third.
Now batting.
So now Rajai Davis will try to get the A's on the board.
You got to look at that. It's good effort by Mark Ellis and productive out. It is still just the 6th inning. I would like to have had more, but boy, it's nice to get the runner at third base. So a ground ball to second or short, fly ball. Michael Young in at third, and Moreland at first playing even with the bag.
Rajai hits it high and foul.
Those swings on the fastball outside is almost like the guys can't believe they're getting a good fastball. It's about
a little late.
90-91. They are late, maybe thinking of the slider. Boy, if you're thinking fastball and you gear for the fastball and try to adjust on the slider, at least you're ready to hit the fastball.
You know what? See that? Exactly what you were just saying. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, pretty straight at the knees, and it looked like Rajay was looking for something else.
And now with 2 strikes, you can't look for anything except the ball. This is almost just a protecting swing. Look where he hits the ball, back behind, and got a lot of Benji Molina.
I think Benji's giving himself a little bit of a break.
Surprised that Rob Drake even went out there. He knows what it's like to take a ball off the meat, someplace unprotected.
Very close, a bit inside. Now the corner infielders move back, Young and Moreland. And Rajay hopes it fouls, stays alive.
That's an interesting move because it really now opens up any ground ball except back to the pitcher, and Coos should be able to score. Plus, Coos can get a much larger lead at third base because Michael Young is playing a lot deeper.
Fastball runs high, 2-2. Mariners with a 2-1 lead over the Royals, 6th inning. Right field, Bourbon came in, and now he's got to go back about 10 steps, but he has time to make the catch, but it's a sacrifice fly. Kuzmanov scores, and the A's are on the board. It's 2-1.
I don't know if Bourbon just lost it or what, but he was kind of charging in, thinking he's going to have a play on Kuzmanov, then had to retreat very quickly. But that is a big run for the A's. Pulled to within 1, and Bourbon, and then watch him just take off. I think he initially just lost the ball.
So 2 outs, a run in. Here's Carson. In for a strike. Kobe Lewis has been a workhorse. He has gone over 100 pitches in every single start this year, with 119 being his high, and he's at 103, so he's fine. And Lewis starts to walk off the mound on the 0-2 pitch, and it was called inside. It's a very close pitch. What do you think?
It's a ball. Kobe Lewis has started to walk off the mound a few times this afternoon.
Breaking ball. Carson lays off. Carson has struck out twice, once swinging, once looking.
You want to really make Kobe Lewis angry? Hit a home run after a pitch that he thought was strike 3.
To tie the game?
Yep.
Breaking ball, and Carson strikes out for the 3rd time. 7 strikeouts for Kobe Lewis. A's get a run. It's 2-1 after 6.
Group, LLC.
Seventh inning from the Coliseum. It's a 2-1 Rangers lead. Trevor Cahill, 89 pitches through 6 innings. He faces Guzman, Bourbon, and Andrus. His defense, which has been so good this year and so good in this series, especially yesterday, let them down in the 6th inning. A couple of defensive mistakes and helped the Rangers score twice. Landon Powell on the short hop. So Powell takes care of Guzman, 1 out. Make sure you visit the A's page on CSNCalifornia.com to vote in today's poll. You make the call. Who is the best pitcher under 23 years of age?
Strasburg is supposed to be back in rotation, Tuesday night?
Yeah.
He's supposed to resume pitching. It'll be about 90 pitches, I guess they're saying, but they'll take care of him the rest of the year.
I would take care of him a lot. Most wins before 23rd birthday in Oakland history. Cahill closing in on Mulder. He's got a little ways to go to catch Vita Blues.
Twice as many. Trevor will turn 23 next March the 1st, or say March 1st.
Pennington has it. He throws wide, and Landon Powell, no problem for the big guy. He picks it. It's a big old kitty cat over there, huh?
Nimble feet. Where it says, got his dad working with him, jumping rope, make sure he stays very agile. How about this? Footwork, kept the big right foot on the bag, and a scoop. And Big Joe West said, I like you, big guy.
Big guy.
Oh, plenty. What a scoop.
So if Hawk Harrelson walked by Landon Powell and said, hey, big guy.
He'd be right on, wouldn't he?
Oh, and that hits Andrus in the hand.
You can hear that one.
Ron Washington, training staff coming out to check on the shortstop Andrus. Sometimes too, Ray, the skin gets pinched between the ball and maybe the knob of the bat.
They got the hand. There's so many small bones in the hand. Well, got him in the left hand as he ball just kept running inside. Ugh. Just the sounds. You can hear it all the way up here, even without the replay.
Andrus kind of walks away from the trainer, says, I'm okay. So Andrus is aboard for the 3rd time in the game.
Number 10, Michael Young.
So the Rangers will sigh of relief.
At least for now.
Yeah. So 2 outs. The runner is Andrus at first. Here's Michael Young. Michael Young 0 for 11 in the series. There's a strike in the outside corner. Good pitch from Cahill. Darren Oliver, the lefty, is still out in the Rangers bullpen. We'll see if Oliver comes in for the bottom of the 7th.
I'd say it's a pretty good chance because he had sat down after Colby Lewis got out of the bottom of the 6th inning. And typically after 1 out, Labor gets back up, and probably we'll see him in the bottom of the 7th. So bullpen for the Rangers, the remainder of the game.
Strike 3 call right on the outside corner. So Cahill gets his 2nd strikeout, and Andrus is stranded at first. 7th inning stretch, 2-1 Texas. 2-1 Rangers, bottom of the 7th inning. Cliff Pennington's going to lead it off, and the Rangers have gone to the bullpen. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's the lefty Darren Oliver coming in. Very strong year for Oliver, but struggling as of late. First pitch to Pennington is a strike. Oliver on Wednesday in Seattle pitched 2 1/3 innings against the Mariners. He has not pitched since then. 0-2 to Pennington. Pennington 0 for 2 today, 2 for 8 in the series. Close pitch.
I think left shoulder muscle problem for Derek Barton. Let's hope it's just a bit of a spasm, muscular, that he can get over and be ready to go.
Cliff Pennington serves one into right field, and the A's have their leadoff man aboard here in the 7th.
And as Bob Rose said, Matt Watson, a non-baseball related injury, and both are listed as day-to-day. Excellent hitting by Cliff Pennington. Fastball away, just stayed back with a couple of strikes, served it to right field. So a good start for the Athletics in the 7th inning.
So here's Coco Crisp. There's a strike to Coco Crisp, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He has also hit a fly ball in the left field. So Colby Lewis, pretty good outing. 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's asking his bullpen to get the final 9 outs. Bounced, and that's a fair ball down the third base line. Murphy picks it up, and they're waving Pennington home, and he will score. We're tied at 2.
Breaking ball coming into the switch hitting. Coco Crisp, and he just fired it past Michael Young. Michael even with a bag, and that might have been just enough to keep him from being able to handle the ball. Cliff Pennington with the speed, you better run hard even though he almost fell down. But Mike Gallego with the arm waving, and why not? Keep it going, and that's the tying run with Coco the go-ahead run at second. Attaboy, Mike. I mean, Bob Alejo's got all these guys running, so it makes it easy for Mike Gallego to send them, right?
That's right.
They're in shape. They're running the bases. Ron Washington out to visit with third base umpire. I guess as far as whether the ball was fair or not, but Michael Young, even with the bag, dove for it and looked like it had a lot of the bag. So Landon Powell in for Derek Barton. And a switch hitter, so he gets to bat left against, or right-handed against the left-handed Oliver.
And he's got one job to do.
That's right.
Get Coco Crisp over. He's going to bunt, and it's a good one. Oliver picks it up, flips to first. Landon Powell does his job. Perfectly executed sacrifice, and now the go-ahead run is at third with 1 out.
And there's no reason in that case to even think about trying to hit the ball. Let him bunt. These guys work on it every day with Jim Scanlon. And this is a work in progress, and it worked perfectly. That's probably the first for Big Landon this year, because I don't know that he's ever been called upon to sacrifice, but that was a perfect one there.
Looked good to me.
Absolutely. So that's the A's second hit. No, actually not.
No, it wasn't.
Because he wasn't in scoring position. Pennington wasn't. So that's still able to get the run in. Now a runner in score position again with Chris at third. But yesterday 3 sac flies. They have 1 today. Sac fly will look beautiful.
Mike Maddox will chat with Darren Oliver. Joe West, the first base umpire, is also going to the mound. This is interesting. Look at Joe.
Well, Mike has a lot to say, so he's not going to be rushed by anybody. Mike Maddox, a pitching coach. Joe might. He's telling him to go to the dugout. He might throw him out and tell him to go to the clubhouse. No, Mike Maddox is bringing in the right-hander.
Easy, big guy. Hey, big guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Pitching change, 2-2 game.
Soon to the Central Valley by Chevy with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon. The signal is yours. Wield it to transmit anything you want. Verizon.
Well, Ray, we've identified the maddest man in the building. Joe West. He is not happy, folks. This game is not moving at the pace that Joe thinks it should. But let's not forget, it is a 2-2 game, and it is the rubber game of the series. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and spog experts. It's Darren O'Day, infield in. Go ahead, run at third, 1 out.
And from down under.
Kurt Suzuki takes a strike. Darren O'Day having a very good season. The reason he is in the game here, right-handed hitters hitting 144 against O'Day. Now, Kurt Suzuki does not need a hit here. He just needs a sacrifice fly to give the A's the lead, but he's behind in the count 0-2. Suzuki, a couple of groundouts and a strikeout in the ballgame. 0-2. And that's driven to center. Bourbon back, and he makes the catch, but that's going to get the job done. Coco Chris trots home. Kurt Suzuki gives the A's the lead.
Man, what a break. Why would he throw an off-speed slider after just throwing 2 fastballs by him? Thank you for doing it. Because he served one up for Kurt Suzuki. Watch how he stays back on the slider. Stayed right there in biggest part of the diamond center field. Ultra mode. Great swing on the slider by Suzuki. And Kurt did a tremendous job in driving in the run. Wow. Well, you just have to sometimes, if you're a pitcher catcher, go by the swing of the hitter. That's exactly the opposite of what Benji and O'Day did with Suzuki. But thank you very much.
So 2 more sacrifice flies today. 5 in the series. 5 in the last 2 games for the A's. Trevor will not be hitting. Don't worry.
But yesterday, those 3 helped get the A's to 6 runs. They won by 4 instead of a 3-2 game, thanks for those 3 sacrifices. And today, of course, 2 helps give them a lead thanks to that great bunt by Big Landon Powell. Eric Barton, of course, in that position all season, has done a tremendous job of sacrificing, scooping balls at first base, and Big Landon has done both today in a short amount of time.
Outside to Cust.
You know, when this cinnamon roll came out of the bag, the A's started scoring.
It's getting smaller, too. It's now the size of a second baseman's glove. Cust this afternoon has popped out to the shortstop twice and struck out looking. Cust is 0 for 3 today. 0 for 5 with a couple of walks in the series.
Now, with all this time, the A's have had a runner, at least a runner left on base in every inning. Kobe Lewis doing a great job keeping the A's from scoring. Every inning that Kobe Lewis pitched, he had runners in scoring position. Yet, until the sac fly in the 6th, the A's had not scored. But long innings, it's been for Trevor Cahill. And each time he's come out, it's going to be the same this time. Long inning. A long time sitting in the dugout while the A's are hitting.
That one down low as Cust checks his swing. So the count is full.
Kept the bat back. Very strong wrist to be able to do that.
Strike 3 call. Cust can't believe it. Side retired, but a good inning for the A's. They scored twice. 3-2 Athletics. Well, traveling this season, take the A's with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer when you're out of town. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. A's now with a 3-2 lead. A's with 1 in the bottom of the 6th, 2 in the bottom of the 7th to erase the 2-0 deficit. Trevor Cahill will face Hamilton, Cruz, and Murphy. Hamilton hits one very high, left center, in the ballpark. Rajay Davis has it, 1 out.
And Coco is happy because he didn't see it. A little bit very tough sun, and he's kind of pointing the direction of the sun, and he didn't say no, but he got it. The ball slicing back to Rajay.
Breslow just starting to loosen up.
Cahill, and 4 times today Hamilton has hit the ball to the left side. Not bad hitting. He has a couple of hits. Drove in a run his last at bat.
First pitch to Nelson Cruz is a strike. Change up, and Cruz lays off. Murphy, the left-handed hitter in the on-deck circle. Strike 2, outside corner. Carson got a good jump, and he will make the catch.
Keeping up, almost playing no doubles, and I think that's what the A's are doing with Rajay Davis in left field, very close to the warning track. So in that case, it helps with the ball hit deep, but yet slicing back to the right field.
So here's Murphy, who has had a good afternoon, a couple of base hits. Benji Molina is in the on-deck circle. Babe Teagarden is out of the bullpen. Another changeup. Murphy lays off. 2-1 the count. 6 hits for the Rangers in the ball game, 5 for the A's. Cahill has walked nobody, struck out 2. Inside corner strike.
Well, that's where the great changeup has been very good for Cahill. The curveball, the changeup, and in the past he'd be just throwing a 2-seam fastball. Changeup, and umpire Rob Drake over the right shoulder of Kurt Suzuki called it perfectly.
Full count.
So remember, the changeup brought it back for the strike, then tried to break the 2-seam fastball back, but it stayed inside.
Swing and a miss. He got him on the changeup. Murphy strikes out. A 3-up, 3-down 8th inning for Trevor Cahill. 3-2 Athletics. Let's look at our McDonald's game summary. 2-6-1 for Texas, 3-5-2 for the Athletics. The A's once again playing small ball today. Even though they do not have a hit with runners in scoring position today, 0 for 11. They've still managed to score 3 times. They have a 3-2 lead. Aaron O'Day's first pitch to Kuzmanov to the backstop.
Greg Breslow was throwing. Now it's Michael Wirtz who will be coming in and trying to get the save.
Kuzmanov, broken bat, and Andrus went for the backhand. It rolled under his glove. There, B6.
Better not be.
Here's our legendary performance brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. Mark DeRosa striking out. His momentum carries into Jason Kendall. And that's how the ballgame ended, folks. Jerry Hairston Jr. was the runner. Jim Joyce said interference. Game over. A's win 3-2. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's.
See Jason's follow through, making sure contact was made. That's all you have to do with the batter falling over the plate, interfering with the catcher in his throw.
That was August 8th of 2006, 4 years ago. Runner on the move. Molina scrambles after it, and it doesn't matter. Ellis is safe.
Well, hit and run because of O'Day's ability to throw ground balls, and Mark Ellis just put the ball in play. So an infield hit, first and second for the A's. And Rajay Davis out, hit and run, just do anything. Ball topped in front of the plate. Benji jumped over the bat. The big guy got a glove on it, couldn't hang on though.
So 2 on, nobody out. Rajay Davis later, big meeting at the mound for the Rangers.
E2. Goodness
What?
gracious. Wow.
E2.
I think we have an official score. Needs to get out on the field and try to field some of these balls. My goodness. This is not an easy play, folks. The ball topped in front of the plate. Benji reaching for it. Had to jump over the bat. And then couldn't come up with it. So he's going to get an error for that.
So each team with a couple of errors.
No, they're not. Pennington's wasn't an error, and that wasn't an error.
Davis bunts it, and it rolls foul. Rajay Davis 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He's looking for a sacrifice bunt here. He's love an insurance run or 2. It's 0-2. So we'll see if Davis will try to bunt with the count 0-2.
Well, if O'Day's a ground ball pitcher, which he is, and that's why Ellis put on the hit and run. Rajay very tough to double up to make contact. So might hang a slider to him like he did to Suzuki.
slowly hit to the right side. That'll get the job done. So Rajay Davis does his thing. 4-3 on the ground down. Kuzman off to third, Ellis to second.
Well, what a great recovery by Rajay Davis. And again, just make contact. And his ability to run so fast, knowing that if he puts the ball on the ground, it's going to be very difficult to double him up. So just stay back, protect, slap with the ball. In this case, it worked perfectly, except that it goes as an offer instead of a sack, which he was trying to do.
So Gabe Gross is pinch hitting, but he's going to get intentionally walked. So Gross hitting for Carson will take the walk. So Pennington's going to hit, and he's going to hit with the bases loaded. So there's the final ball.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Will Pennington.
So Pennington, who got the 7th inning started with a base hit to right field. First pitch, swing and a miss. O'Day took a little off, but lots of downward movement. Bounced to Moreland, who comes home for the out there. Back to first. Not in time. Pennington beat it out. But the Rangers cut down the run at home. So now the bases remain loaded, but there are 2 outs.
Well, even with the ball hit hard to Moreland, he was not going to take a chance. And Pennington, fortunately, running very hard down the first base line, and the ball being hit by Molina's return throw, which a lot of times results in an interference and an out.
So 2 outs, and here's Coco Crisp. A good afternoon for Crisp. You can make a pretty strong argument that Crisp has the biggest hit in this game. It was an RBI double in the 7th inning that tied it. And then 2 batters later, he scored the go-ahead run on a sacrifice fly. There's a strike. Count is even at 1-1, 80 miles per hour. Ellis is at third, Gross at second, and Pennington at first. There's a drive to right. Cruz back near the wall, and he reaches up and makes the catch. Coco put a charge into it, comes up short. The A's leave him loaded. Wirtz coming in to save it. A's lead 3-2.
situational hitting by the A's in the last 2 games. A sac fly. A meaningful out. Center field scoring Coco Chris. Kurt Suzuki with a sac fly at center field. And although not a hit with a runner in scoring position, got the job done. And this one gives the A's a 3-2 lead.
Gabe Gross is now in right field. And Michael Wirtz comes in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Wirtz will try to save it for Trevor Cahill. Cahill 8 excellent innings today. First pitch to Benji Molina is a slider outside. Michael Wirtz looking for his 5th save of the year. Slider low, 2-0 to Molina. Molina, Moreland, a left-handed hitter, and then Guzman, a switch hitter. With a fastball and 2-0 missed high.
Well, they did not get Benji to chase one of the first 2 sliders. And then the high fastball.
There's a strike, 3-1. And he walked him. So Benji Molina takes the walk. There's the stretch for Trevor Cahill. 6 hits or fewer and 5 innings pitched in a game. He has now done it 19 consecutive starts. That is pretty impressive, folks. In fact, the only start that he didn't do it was his very first one in Toronto. He got knocked around a little bit that day.
He only started in April for him.
Exactly. So the roll continues for Trevor Cahill. 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them unearned. No walks, 3 strikeouts for Cahill. So
Luis Blanco's got a pinch run for Benji Molina. I'm surprised Molina was not left in with his speed once he walked, but no doubt the first 2 pitches were key when he did not swing it. The sliders thrown by Michael Wirtz, Francisco and Feliz, former closer, current closer.
First pitch to Mitch Moreland is a fastball for a strike to Moreland. Remember, the Rangers on their bench, of course, Vladimir Guerrero. They also have Jorge Cantu, the right-handed hitters, and Teagard. Blocked by Kurt Suzuki.
That's a big block. That is a big block. It's not a runner at third base, but with the hard slider. And the reason Michael Wirtz is able to throw this pitch and throw it with confidence is because the ability of Kurt Suzuki to do exactly that. Block the ball. It's in the dirt, keeps the runner at first, keeps the double play in order.
Blanco, pretty good lead at first. He's not going, and a swing and a miss. Good hard slider from Wirtz, and Moreland swings over top.
Now this is a good one, the one that Benji Molina did not swing at. But the aggressiveness of the left-hander, it swung over with no chance to make contact.
Goes right back to the slider. This time Moreland does not go after it, and the count is even at 2-2. Guerrero stretching it out. Guzman is waiting in the on-deck circle. After him, it would be Julio Bourbon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Moreland goes down. He's 0 for 4, 1 out here in the ninth.
Well, again, the same pitch that Moreland took the previous pitch, and boy, it's so tempting. You think you've got it, Ultra Mo. That's how much you missed it. We're going to miss Ultra Mo this next week.
Yeah.
6 games in Seattle, Target Field, Minneapolis. Hey, but we'll have HD, and boy, you look forward to HD, seeing the new stadium in Minneapolis, Target Field.
Here's Guzman, and the sliders inside. You saw Guerrero coming out to the on-deck circle.
And Guzman taking all the way, and probably because of the scouting report, the slider. Try to get him chased, see if he goes fastball the second pitch.
Blanco does not have a steal on the year. Not that he would be going with Guerrero in the on-deck circle. Two and 0. Guzman has grounded out 3 times. Three and 0. It's high with a fastball, a 4-pitch walk to Christian Guzman. So Wirtz has walked a pair here in the top of the ninth. And now the tying run is at second base, and Vladimir Guerrero is coming up.
Well, 2 guys, Molina and Guzman, 2 guys who are normally very aggressive, took the first 2 sliders. Then Michael Wirtz could not throw a fastball for a strike. And Andrew Bailey, of course, on the disabled list, probably a couple of weeks at minimum away from resuming his closer activities. This is one guy you don't want to think, well, he's going to be taking the first pitch and throw him a fastball and let him swing. That's the difficulty, and especially the always aggressive Vladimir Guerrero.
In the dirt, blocked by Suzuki. Breslow starts to loosen for the second time walking. Blanco at second, Guzman at first. Broken bat, ground ball to second for 1. Ball game. So Guerrero grounds into the double play, and that's how this ball game ends. So the A's come back from a 2-0 deficit, and they win it by a final score of 3-2 over the first place Texas Rangers. So the A's take the series, and they are now 7.5 back in the AL West. 3-2 final score. Don't go away. A's post game live with Brody Brazil and Shooty Babbitt starts from the studio right now.